Jacksonville hosting in the playoffs as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field. Straight ahead, we punch the second. In the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
And if he and his guys want to spring the upset here in the second round and move on, they've got to focus on the good that they did in the wild card victory. At the top of that list, protecting the football. Got a little careless last week. A few got away from it. Might not be so fortunate this time around. And if that's the case, they'll end up going home.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, and they go down on the spot. Because when you're
and Jackson cannot get away. He'll go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Lamar Jackson, for all the talents of escaping pressure that he possesses, he was helpless to do much of anything there. He had no chance.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And if you're wondering how quick a quarterback's decision-making needs to be, and Next Gen Stats says that play took all of 2.8 seconds from beginning to end. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick of the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. Because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
On second down, ETN once more. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Lawrence. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. Look at the big man rumble. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 51 yards. And the Ravens are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Advantage. dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So the incomplete 10, again from the 25-yard line. A give to Etienne running right. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards. They run again on first down. Cook. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Cook. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get him into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, here's Etienne. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. And they'll try and throw forward with Lawrence. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Justin Jefferson, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So the Broncos 75 yards, 10 plays. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. These two teams all tied after one. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Dobbin's going to take the handoff on the option. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On the move, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here.
You get bombers.
Etienne up the middle, and he'll take this to about the 24, a gain of 3. So still 14 yards to go, second down. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
When defenses get to the core times, it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
Now Jackson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up third and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
On third down, Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. On the return, here's Agnew. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it will be first and 10 as they take over. Now comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
To throw again on second down. Lawrence. And complete right side to Cook. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Give to Cook out of the gun. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably...
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. And the Ravens will have solid field position here as they take over at their 40. Set at the line for this next drive. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. The Ravens on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They can use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he's just going to be short here. Maybe about half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Here's Jordan Stout now. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Lawrence to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra... Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
Ooh, with a juke. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge, because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Jackson. He gets this underneath to Dobbins, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Working with a 2nd and 3. Now Jackson. Targeting Dobbins again, and he's got it again. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. Tucker's kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
On the stick.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with Lawrence's arm, they may give him a shot to let this thing rip downfield. We'll see. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. Justin Jefferson bringing in the slant. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC Divisional round. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest, but now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Lawrence. Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. They'll run with Dobbins. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6. And he's left with no option here but to throw. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good, and the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. But whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of...
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 58 yards.
Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. Now Lawrence to throw.
Buying time to his left.
Locates Hardman for another catch.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
Straight ahead, Etienne.
And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They'll run with Etienne.
And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The tackle by Quincy Williams.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the third quarter of this divisional round matchup. Here's Cook again.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
A give running right, Etienne.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Travis Etienne, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from taking the lead.
Extra point up and through. And that will put them over time here in the third. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Agnew now to return. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Jacksonville. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right booked their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. They go play action now. Lawrence.
That's caught tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Here's a give to Etienne. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
On second down, Etienne once more. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Let's give them. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
On third down, Lawrence. And he'll find Pittman. Touchdown! Michael Pittman, 31 yards. And the Jaguars are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Ravens ready to take over. Right now, Charles, this is the drive of the season. You're on the road here in the playoffs. It's put up or shut up. They need points.
This is where you have to come together as a team, as you just noted, on the road. So that means they've carried that mentality with them throughout. Hey, we've got to go out there, we've got to rely on ourselves, right? Focus, yet still find the fun in it. How great is this, guys? Look at the spot we're in right now. And then go to your top players, call the plays that they run best.
Yeah, sort of controlling their own destiny, but this place has been loud. Not going to be easy. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Jackson now. Being chased out left. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And the end result of that play, you're almost not sure what you really want, because when he gets outside of the pocket, you actually hold your breath because you think he's going to run for big yardage. But when he chose to pull it down and throw it, and a play was made to knock it away, that's a pretty good end result. Not one you expected when the play began.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A handoff for Etienne. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. Here it's 3rd and 2. Another tote for Etienne. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another 1st down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait, because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up.